MindTap is the digital learning solution that transforms today's students into critical thinkers. Through personalized paths of dynamic assignments and applications, MindTap turns cookie cutter into cutting edge, apathy into engagement, and memorizers into higher level thinkers.
My name is Nelly Alexander. I work at Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. I've been using MindTap now this is my 5th semester. When we were looking at these solutions for our business courses, both traditional and online, there were some very important features that MindTap had. First was in the area of critical thinking. The second area was personalization. One was the workflow, and one was some of the special apps they have just for our business communication course. And another area that I really liked was the real-time analytics.
MindTap encourages critical thinking, provides carefully curated content and the right tools for your course, gives you the control to build and personalize your course, improves overall workflow, and saves you time when planning lessons and grading, allows you to track students' progress and engagement in real time. MindTap provides many solutions for instructors, students, and courses. Guess, check answer, guess again, repeat. Does this cycle help your students become critical thinkers? Probably not. Instead, present them with an opportunity to climb the learning path. Give them tools and content custom built for your course to move them from memorization toward application and analysis.
I do like that MindTap offers in their learning paths for every segment a general evolution toward critical thinking and application of the material in the course.
Tests ask questions that encourage critical thinking. So you can't necessarily answer the question with common knowledge, and you have to read around it. You have to interpret, and you have to come up with an answer.
Give your students the instruments and confidence they need to become problem solvers. Looking for something interesting to bring your course to life? Having trouble finding relevant, interactive content to keep students engaged? Let MindTap help. Engage students with carefully curated, discipline-appropriate activities and applications that bring your course to life. Each MindTap course comes ready to roll with content specially built for your discipline, and you can add your own.
Coming in and they're telling me how great they did on their assignment, their pre-test and their apply assignment, and I see the excitement in them about that. We're doing it right. This is working.
Give your students the content that keeps their interest and brings your course to life. It's the 21st century. Why can't your digital course accommodate your unique style and your trusted custom-made material? It can. MindTap offers personalization tools to make your course your course. Embed a video right into a reading activity. Add your signature assignment. Delete Chapter 3. You decide what is best. Student engagement improves 70% when a course is personalized.
One of the greatest things about MindTap is the basic shell is there for you. So for new instructors starting out, it's there. All you have to do is go in and set the due dates.
One of the most important ones that I've seen so far is the ability to, again, customize the course, to put content, to bring in my own content, to bring in websites, to bring in YouTube videos.
You know your students and your course best. Give your students a unique experience in your course through personalized paths of dynamic assignments and applications. How do you like to spend your weekend? Creating exercises and grading homework? Probably not. Get your free time back with MindTap. Relevant, quality content jumpstarts your course, while auto-graded assignments can be integrated with your LMS. Return hours to your week. Students save time too, with a mobile app that delivers notifications and extra practice opportunities for anywhere, anytime studying.
The thing that I liked most about using MindTap was the convenience and the freedom that it gave me to do other things as well. Before using MindTap, I found myself dedicating days and weeks to really grading and to really sort of trying to get students to engage in the actual work. MindTap does that for me.
The fact that they will be able to go to one location is going to be one of the biggest benefits, because it'll cut down some of my prep time.
My students love MindTap. They love the fact that I'm not lecturing, that I'm doing a lot of flipping the classroom, and MindTap allows me to do that, which I love.
Give yourself a break. Let MindTap streamline your and your students' workflow. Sometimes when you find out a student needs help, it's already too late. It doesn't have to be that way. With MindTap, you can identify at-risk students easier and earlier.
You find out through the progress apps that maybe a chapter was a little bit hard for students. You know that immediately, so you can immediately go back to the classroom and review more on the concepts that they need.
I did use the progress app, and I used it several times throughout the semester. It was really mostly to make sure students were doing their work. And when I got a sense that they were not doing their work, I brought them in for a conference.
MindTap's data analytics allow me to really hone in on those students who are either wonderfully successfully performing, so I can praise and offer praise accordingly, or those students who are specifically struggling in key areas regarding certain concepts or certain elements of the course, and allow me to get at them early, kind of early intervention policies to generally try to improve their performance over the long run.
Give your students the support they need, exactly when they need it, to improve outcomes with MindTap.